Hi everyone, it's Bobby and I'm back with my 5th project for the challenge to myself. This time again I am using the Simple Stories collection, a Simple Vintage Christmas Lodge. You can see by the cover sheet that it has so many really gorgeous designs and it's just beautiful collection. I wish I'd have bought 2 or 3 of them myself. But this is what I have created. And I've just simply tied this up with a ribbon that I had in my stash, and I did put some fray check on the edge of it because it wanted to unravel. It's kind of woven back and forth and it wanted to unravel, so it goes like this. I just wrapped it around. I didn't fasten it. You could actually do a belly band around here if you wanted to do that as well. So what I did on the cover was I took a piece of the My Colors collection from Country Craft Creations, and this one is called Fern, and it's one of her glimmer papers. And then I took some of my scraps and I just cut 3/4 inch strips at different lengths, and I just pieced them together to make a background. Then I cut down one of the cut-aparts, used one of the stickers on Black Artisan and 2 of them on Craft. And then I added a couple of enamel dots for my stash. So that was my cover. And these are just brads I had in my stash. They were kind of a ugly gold color. They were real brassy looking, so I took a sand block and went over them to rough them up, and then I just used some black acrylic paint, and then I took some Nuvo drops and just dabbed it on there with my finger just to give it a little bit of shine. So on the inside we have, I just cut this out with a die in my stash. The design paper, just a white photo mat on Black Artisan, and this was from the collection. It says "We Believe." There was a whole bunch of these little phrases. Then on page 2 I used, what was this called? I think sandpaper. Yes, sandpaper, that's what it was. I had to look it up when I was doing the tutorial. That is sandpaper, and it's also from My Colors in the Glimmer collection. And I just used, again, some of the scraps, made a photo mat, some banners, and one of the stickers with a little bit of twine from my stash, and 3 enamel dots from stash. Then on the next page I did a belly band. This is one of the stickers. Just says "Have a Holly Jolly Christmas." And then I did a cut apart in 3 photo mats, 2 in red and Craft, and they're all blank on the back, so you can add a photo, you can journal, whatever you wish. This one's just on black, as well as this one. That little clipboard make a cute journaling spot. So they just slide back in the belly band. And then I added 3 enamel dots, the same color as this green wording. Then on the next page, now there's just 4 total pages in here, but it gives you 8 when you count front and back. This one I used a bunch of strips from the branding strips, and I just cut those out. These are each 1/2 inch wide. I cut the 25 with a die in my stash. This is from the sticker sheet, and some more enamel dots from my stash. And this is just on Artisan Craft. Then on this page I used my hexagon punch, and again I used up a lot of the scraps, and I put a piece of Craft behind it, and then each of the hexagons I put on Black Artisan and just cut around them with my scissors. Added a photo mat, the mousse from the collection, and it says "Shine Bright," and 3 more enamel dots. And then on this last page is a die that I have in my stash. It doesn't lay flat at this point. Let me take these out so you can see the die. It just makes 3 pockets. The base die makes the pockets, and then it has a separate die to cut out the matting. It's a real pretty die. I showed it on a haul that I had a while back, just within the last couple of weeks. And then here's another one of those phrases, says "Happy Holidays," and this little sticker with a holly berry and leaves. And then these are from the cut-aparts, and these are the, I don't know what they're supposed to be. They were on the sticker sheet, and I just used them as tabs. This one makes a cute journaling spot. This one is Santa Claus, and this one says "Wishing you a Merry Christmas." So I just put one in each of the pockets, and I use those little flags or tabs or whatever they are. I thought they made good tabs. I just put them on Black Artisan, folded them in half, and used them at the top of my pages. Oh, and the back. You want to see the back? I just left it plain. And I put more of those brad. These are just brads that I cut the legs off of. So it's real different, but it was fun to make. It was so easy and quick. So I hope you enjoy it, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in number 6. Bye. Oh, there is a tutorial following to show you how to build the album, and then you can decorate as you wish with any paper collection you might have. Check out Country Craft Creations for all the beautiful papers. She has a ton of them. See you later. Bye. Alright, for this next project, this will be number 5 in the Challenge to Self. And I am starting with 5 pieces of Black Artisan cardstock. That is 11 by 5.5. So it's 11 in length and 5.5 in the height. Now I've scored some of them, 2 of them I think, at 2, 4, and 4 1/8. And then I have 5 pieces of medium weight chipboard that is 1 3/4 by 5 3/8. And I painted the edges in black acrylic. I thought I had black, and it turned out to be too gray, and when I put them in here I could still see the lighter shade. So then I searched through all my acrylics and I found some black, so I put that just around the edge where it won't show, and I'm going to glue these under this 2-inch flap. So where you scored at 2 and 4, you're going to burnish that and fold it down and then glue this piece in there. So let's do another. I'll glue that one down. Now you can use double-sided tape if you want to. It's just not a favorite of mine. I do use it sometimes, but not a lot, because I'm not a great fan of it. I mean, it has its purpose. So I'm not going to glue all the way to the edge because I don't want it to seep out. So it's going to be just shy of this height. So it just barely tucks under the edge. And I'm going to push it back to the fold and then burnish that down. Where's my other little, oh, I put it in here. And then on this top one, have I got enough glue? Well, oh, I put the glue side down with a dummy. I didn't have any glue on this side. I glued the chipboard and the... Did I glue the wrong side? I did. See what I did? Were you guys yelling at me? You're doing it wrong. I guess I'm not quite wide enough awake this morning. Let me do it the right way this time. Now the glue side goes up. I put it down before. What a goof. Sometimes I do goofy things. Okay, now we'll put it shy of the edge and push it back up to your fold. So this covers it. There we go. See? It works when you do it the right way. I wouldn't have taken it back out except the painted edge was over here, and I want the painted edge out here. So then if you'll put it in your scoreboard and push right up against your chipboard and then come out 1/8 of an inch. That will make it so that your page will go all the way over when it's actually in the book. So we'll do that to all 5. So let's do this one together. We'll do 2 and 4 and 4 1/8. Now, I like to turn the Artisan over and do the opposite side. You don't have to. I just think it makes it fold really nice. I never have any trouble with the paper cracking. We're going to burnish that over. And then we'll take another piece of the chipboard and we're going to put glue in here. And then on the top of the chipboard. Makes a disgusting scratching sound. Okay, so it's going to go in there and we'll push it up to the fold and burnish it down. So we'll do that with all 5. Okay, there's 2 of them. And I've got a 3rd one ready over here. So I'll glue it down. In here. Pay attention to what you're doing, Bobby. Okay. Now on here. Okay, that's 3. Get it where you want it and fold that top down and then burnish it real good. Now on the first one, right here, well, if I can get a hold of it, I've got 2 more to do. I don't know if I've got enough of the design paper to do all 5 of them, but I'm going to try to stretch it out. I'm going to use the My Colors Fern and Sparkling Apple, which is this lighter green color, and these are both My Colors Glimmer cardstock, and I'm going to use those along with the design paper from Simple Storage, Simple Vintage Christmas Lodge. So on here, let me give you measurements of this, because on these smaller projects I'm not doing a cut list. Let me put this back in here. Get my ruler so I can tell you. It's been a while since I marked those. So in from each side, I have measured 2 inches. So 2 inches this way, 2 inches this way. And I used a square to make sure they're straight. Burnish that down real good. And then this is, once you fold it over, it is just, it's about 1 inch and 7/8 maybe. Yes, real close. So I used the Tim Holtz ruler. Somewhere, there it is. And if you put your 0 in the center, then you can find out where you want this mark to be. And I just made 2 cross hatches so that they're 2 inches and 2 inches. And then these marks will be approximately 7/8 of an inch. But you'll have to measure each one, or the first one actually. What I want to do, if it works out, is I want to punch a hole in the first one and the last one, and then I want to put a nail head in the top and the bottom part of the nail head in the bottom, so that it looks like it goes all the way through, but it really doesn't. Does that make sense? That's my game plan. So let's do all 5 of these, and then we'll get back together with some design paper and I'll show you how we're going to put it together. Okay, I'm back for just a quick minute. I just wanted to show you what my game plan is for the outside. This is going to be a double mat on the first page with the white and the green. Of course, nothing's glued down. I was just working on my layout. So it's going to be like that, and I've got some 3/4 inch strips of some of the design papers, and I'm going to just put those blocks down once I've inked them all. And then this is one of the cut aparts that I cut down, and I need some more something there, but I'm not sure what it's going to be, but I'll come back and share that with you. But I wanted to show you, let me get this out of the way so I don't forget what I'm going to do. I do that sometimes. So here's page 1, and I did change the hole punches. I thought they were too close together, so I moved them to 1 inch from the outside instead of 2 inches. And then I laid this over the top. Once I punched these, I laid this over the top where I wanted it, and then I turned it over and I penciled in my circles so that I could then punch this to make it match. And I did the same thing with the bottom piece. I laid it underneath this one and traced the holes so I could get them exact. Used it as a template, so that's, and the one that I had punched with the holes real close, I'm right here, I'm going to put it in the middle where nobody will see it. So that's going to be the game plan. And I will show you the rest of the pages once I decide what I'm going to do with them. But I took some nail heads out of my stash, and I sanded them a little bit, roughed them up, and I painted them with just some black folk art matte paint, and I just brushed over them with a sponge brush. I took my pokey tool and made holes in this old styrofoam cup so I could paint them, and I stuck them in the little holes. And then I didn't like a matte, so I put some of this Nuvo glaze on my finger and I just dabbed it on the top of them. So once those dry, then they'll be good to go, but I don't want to add them until I do all my pages, because I want to do them while they're flat. Makes it easier to put your papers down. So I'll do each of the pages front and back, and then I'll come back and share with you what my plan is. Alright, I'll be back shortly. Alright, let's move forward. Oh, sinuses. They drive you crazy this time of year, don't they? Constantly. Okay. Here's where I am. I have added my paper to 4 of the pages, and I'm going to stop with 4 instead of 5 on this one. But I think it's big enough. It'll hold plenty of photos and journaling spots if you wish. What I did to the cover is just strips of the design paper, and I did use, this is Fern from the My Colors collection. It's a glimmer paper, and I just cut 3/4 inch strips, and then I just cut small blocks, just varying lengths, and just pieced them together. And this is one of the cut aparts that I cut down just to make it fit. And then I added the tree from the sticker sheet and 2 of the little hearts. So that is the front. Basically a cover. Now you can make a belly band if you want. I'm going to tie mine up with ribbon so that it goes through the mail easier. Here is the back side of that page, just one large photo mat, and this is a star I cut out with a die in my stash, and I just put some glimmer paper behind it. And the second one just has this is more of a scrapbook layout with one photo, but I thought it was so pretty. I love the colors. And oh, I'll have to, let me see what that is. That is, oh, there it is. That one is sandpaper. It's a glimmer paper. Right there, sandpaper. Okay, so that's what that is. And then I also used a little bit of sparkling apple, which is also a glimmer paper. And I'll show you that here shortly. Back side of that page, I just made a belly band, and I made a couple of photo mats to put in it. And there's room for more, and I'll make another one just so that it's tight enough that these don't slide out. But I can also put a stopper down here with a little sticker. I do need to do some more embellishing, but I wanted to show you how these all came together. Then on this page I put the artisan craft cardstock in the background and cut strips. Again, this is the fern, this is the sparkling apple. and I have 3 small photo mats on there with one of the stickers. And then I cut this 25 out of with a die that I have in my stash, and this is just a little piece of a doily, just a scrap piece. And then on the back I used a hexagon punch that I have, and I put the craft cardstock behind it again, and I just I placed each hexagon on Artisan Black and cut them out, and then added 1 photo mat. And this little moose is from the sticker sheet, and it says, what does it say? I don't know what it says. Shine Bright. Oh, that took me a while. It's so tiny. So that's that. And this is the last page. And this is a die that I have in my stash that makes 3 pockets. And I don't know who it's, let me see who it's by. Oh my goodness. It is Maddie's. And I do know this is something Tammy doesn't carry. I don't know where I got it though. I've had it for a long time. It cuts out your pockets, and then it has a separate die so that you can mat each one of the pockets. And I don't have anything in it yet, but I will have when I post the final tutorial. But I wanted to share with you how we stack these together. And I'm just going to do it with Artisan. And I don't know how much is in my bottle. Let me see. Let me add some glue to my bottle real quick. Actually, I need to order another bottle. If it's not too late. I don't think it's got cold enough yet that they can't ship it. At least I hope not, because I'm getting lower than what I realized. But I do need a little bit more in here so I could glue that together. It's getting pretty low. These tall, what are they, 16 ounce? Yeah, they last quite a while. And I do a lot of crafting, so it was worth it buying the larger bottle. But I believe you have to order that separately because it won't ship with a regular order. I think is the way it goes. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. Make sure this is open. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on the back of this panel. Come on, don't mess with me now. I don't have time for you. Make sure I don't have glue on my fingers. There we go. I want an ample amount out here so it stays where I put it. And then we're just going to take the next one. It's okay, that fell out. And stack them up together. Well, go ahead and fall out, see if I care. There you go. Just use your tabletop to make sure they're even. And then we'll do the next one. And then I'll clamp them together and let them sit for a couple hours before I try to flip my pages around. Now remember, I just put the holes on the first one and the last one. This is the one that I actually punched the holes, and then I decided I didn't like them that close together, remember? Okay. So there's that one. And this is the last one. That'll give us the 4 pages. And then I think I will use, what's it called? Fabrifix to put the nail heads in. Okay, let me get some clamps. I've got some big ones over here somewhere. Although I'm not sure where they're at. Oh well, no big deal. I have some great big ones somewhere. Well, Where's that metal thing Lucas gave me? Got too much stuff and not enough desk. Well, I'll just take a couple of these tiles and set on it. That'll hold it. Press it down. These are just some tiles. Make sure I didn't move it. I didn't. I think just one will hold it down. Maybe if I turn it corner for corner. There, now it's longer. Okay, I'm going to let that set up for maybe 10-15 minutes. And then here's the nail heads that I painted. These are the bigger ones. And I kind of like those. See what, I'd have to cut the legs off of it, but that'd be okay. See, these are the tiny ones. And I just think they get kind of lost on it, don't you? Let me cut the legs off the bigger one and I'll show you. Gotta get my pliers out. Gotta be careful where I cut these off so they don't fly on the floor, because I don't want the dogs to get them in the pads of their feet. That would hurt. Thought I heard it snap on it. There it did. Got that one cut off. I think these are kind of freezing up on me. There we go. Mash these prongs over. See if they'll go there. Yeah, I think the big ones look better. Yep, that's what I'm going to use. Let me leave that on there about 15 minutes, and then I'll glue these in the holes with the Fabri-Tac. I think probably the Artisan will hold it, but just to be sure, I'm going to use this because I'm not positive. And then I will be back with a final walkthrough showing you whatever other embellishments I add to it. And that will be the final walkthrough for the album. I hope you've enjoyed this. I have so much fun making these little small projects. They're so quick and easy, and each one is a little bit different, and it just makes it fun. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. And if you make one, I hope you'll share a photo of your finished project with me as well. And I guess I'll just see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.